All right. So, what is the easiest way to solve this inequality? What do we not have? A b value. What is the easiest way to solve a quadratic that doesn't have a b value? Square root method. Get the x squared all by itself on one side and then square root both sides. So that's what I'm going to do here. Now, how do I get that x squared all by itself? What's my first step in getting it all by itself? Yes, I subtract 3 over. Negative 29 minus 3 is how much? Now what? Divide by what? Now, I know that in quadratic inequalities we have to check the inequality sign, so it really doesn't matter here, but what are you supposed to do? Yes, you're supposed to flip the sign when you're dividing by a negative. However, in this case, it's really just a placeholder. Now what? Yes, we square root both sides. We square root because it is the opposite operation of squaring. They cancel each other out. So what am I left with on that left-hand side? On the left. What am I left with on the left? X, right? The square root of x squared is x. Is greater than just 4? Yes. When we square root, we're asking ourselves, what number times itself is the number inside? So what number times itself is 16? Not only a positive 4, but also a negative 4. So I have my two solutions here. Is this greater than sign correct for both of these solutions? No, one of them is wrong. How do I check which one is correct and which one is wrong? What do you do? Draw your number line, put your two solutions on it, negative 4 and 4, and then what else do I put on this number line? What else do I put on it? 0. Where is the 0? Between. What do I now do with that 0? Yes, substitute it into the original to check. Ooh. All right, so we were plugging in 0 here when we got sent to lunch. This left-hand side simplifies down to 3. And then what do we ask ourselves about this? Is it true, right? Is 3 less than negative 29? No, it is not, right? 3 is not less than negative 29. Negative 29 is much lower. So what does that mean for us? What do? We do or don't shade at 0? Don't, right? 0 doesn't work. That means it's not part of our solution, so we don't shade there. Instead, we shade outside. Now, if I wanted to write this in inequality notation, how many inequalities am I going to have? How many regions do I have shaded? 2 regions. So how many inequalities should I end up with? 2. Right? One where x is where from negative 4? Less than negative 4. And the other where x is bigger than 4. What goes between these two inequalities? The word or. You're thinking of interval notation. So interval notation, just like we have with domain and range, we ask ourselves first, what is the lowest value? Negative infinity, right? We're thinking about what is shaded here. So it keeps going all the way down to negative infinity. Can I touch negative infinity? So you put a parenthesis. Then what is our next value? Where do I stop? You stop at negative 4. Am I touching that negative 4? Is it an open or closed dot? Open. So am I touching it? No, so what do I put next to the -4? A parenthesis. Then what comes next? A U, now the U, the symbol for or. And then what's my next value on the number line? A +4, am I touching it? No, you're not touching it, so you put a parenthesis. Then what's my max value? Infinity. So these are the two notations, inequality and interval. We are going to ask, so there's going to be two inequality problems on your test. One is going to ask for interval, the other is going to ask for inequality. Any questions on this problem? All right.